We love these things. They make us smile. They're the best things in the world. 'Cause you're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down.
Is that what the next line is?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down.
Nothing's ever going to keep you down. Good to know. With a meow.
With a meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
Poor kitty.
I will say this: for some reason, oh nope, there we go. It has adjusted. We have connection. I'm seeing my face and your faces on the Twitch chat. On the Twitch chat, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and the kitty cat. One more. Hello. Welcome, greetings and salutations. If you have not heard us before, you have in fact found the Brothers in Arms podcast here on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast. It is episode number 181 on this 24th day of November in the year of our Lord 2024. Joining me as always are my two favorite brothers from the same mother and father, Patrick and Alex. Gentlemen, hello, good evening, greetings, salutations. I am back stateside.
We're back in the same day.
I know. We're all on the same day again.
Greg is back from the future. Well done, sir.
I have returned. We're going back to the future.
I was about to say, I thought it was Back to the Future.
Oh, that's really good. Wow. Sorry.
That was a good reference. Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you.
I got you.
Wow. That's really good.
Yeah, no, so I'm home. Holy cow, it feels good to be back in the States. Just on so many levels, just being home. My schedule, my body clock is so screwed right now. So screwed up just because it was almost 60 hours travel going from where I was in Africa all the way back to the west coast of the United States.
That's insane.
And I'll talk about that here tonight. But it feels good to be home. I was able to break out the smoker yesterday and do a pork butt. And Alex, I tried my hand at making some mango chutney. Found a recipe. It turned out pretty good. Got a nice spice to it. So that was pretty awesome.
Chutney.
But yeah.
Is that like salsa?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's
Without
pretty
tomatoes.
much a mango salsa that you put on your sandwiches. And then, had our neighbors over last night, played cards and ate some good food, but no, gentlemen, it just feels, in some ways it feels like I wasn't even gone. In other ways, it's like we'll be talking. I was talking to Brandy, and it's like I was gone for 6 months. This is weird.
Yeah.
But no, it feels good to be home. It feels really good to be home.
Well, we're glad you're home too, buddy.
I'm still running in the Matrix, but if I actually, I'm probably just gonna keep running it because I kind of dig it, honestly. I mean, I could turn it off, but
Where's the fun in that?
Where is
I know,
the
right?
You would disappear every once in a while because you'd wave your hand and
Yeah, if
surprise.
I lock my. Well, no, that still works. I do. Oh no, that still doesn't work.
Oh no, we lost you.
there we
oh,
go.
he's gone.
There we go.
Now I've disappeared.
Mm.
Then I'm back.
No, and this like black circle that's just kind of hanging out. Like when you disappear, it disappeared, but when you came back, it came back.
Oh, the
Pop guard.
pop filter.
Yeah. Pop, 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 pop.
Pop, 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 pop.
That's deserving. Thank you.
You're welcome.
but I'm actually able to podcast and enjoy an evening beverage, which is really nice because I've missed being able to. Don't get me wrong, still got my water.
Oh,
Got a
good.
new water bottle, so still hydrating.
Oh,
But
hydrate.
I'm without.
you gotta have your water, PT.
I
That's
know.
like a must.
I know.
At minimum, water for the win.
I know.
Hydrate or die.
Hydrate.
He said it again.
We don't drink our phone.
Oh well, you try.
But
You do what you got to do.
yeah, no, we're behind. We missed last week for me.
We were here.
Yes.
I know.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Should I just jump right into it? You want to hear about all the
Go for
shenanigans?
It. Let's just
Sure.
shenanigan away.
Shenanigans
Shenanigans.
away. So
Shenanigans
yeah,
say
away.
shenanigans?
Shenanigans away.
Hey, Farva. Where's that goofy place with all the crap on the walls? Oh, shenanigans?
Shillelagh.
I'm lost.
Oh,
Super
it's,
Troopers,
Super
man.
Troopers.
Yep, I'm out.
Great film.
He
going on here,
film
Bill?
like it's classic. Great.
It is.
Film.
It is a classic.
It's
up-
classic.
It's up there with Gone with the Wind.
Oh.
That movie's too long.
Frankly, my dear, I
No.
don't care.
I don't care.
But yeah, no. So the last 6 months, we've kind of alluded to it. I know we've been talking about me living in the future, gentlemen. For everyone else that happens to listen to our podcast, I've been I've been deployed in Africa. I was on the Horn of Africa, in Eastern Africa, a little country called Djibouti. It's very hot. As
Djibouti.
we've talked about,
Djibouti.
in Djibouti.
Throw out my back.
My hip.
Tried to throw out my Djibouti. I threw out my back.
My leg.
But yeah, so I've been overseas for the last 6 months, and honestly, it was
He's down,
it was
folks.
hot. It was hard. There was some really good times had by all, but this
So it was
last
hot and
week and a
hard.
half, hot and challenging.
There you go.
Difficult.
y'all are terrible.
It was
I love you.
difficult.
You
Family Channel.
started it.
Dang, man.
Turd.
you continue. Let it
You
ride.
said it.
This is not
yes, I
episode
did.
500.
No, it's not.
No, skip. But no, so spending the last
Skip.
6 months, skip, moving on. Spending the last 6 months overseas, working 12 hours a day.
Working 9 to
every day.
5.
But no, so this last couple weeks, so I'd been on that one schedule. I've been working from essentially, local time over there. I was working from 1 p.m. in the afternoon till 1 a.m. 13:01. Well, one of my coworkers had left, and in order to cover down, I love the stickers are getting added, because one of my coworkers had left to come home. I needed to move shifts, so I moved to the opposite shift. I was working from 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the last couple weeks, and then last week was kind of like because I was getting ready to come home. I went from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time. So I had to move shifts again. And on top of that, I was packing and I was doing a bunch of other things in preparation for leaving. So there was just a lot of things going on all at the same time. And it just kind of turned into, last week's, I was literally getting ready to leave to come home, and because of that, we couldn't podcast, and then, or at least I couldn't be here for the podcast. And then what ended up happening, finally was able to come home. So I started the journey home Tuesday, East Africa time, which was, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, which was basically like Tuesday afternoon,
For us, yeah.
late or Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon, our time. And gentlemen, it was total time from when I got on the bus to when I got off of the final van back in Southern California was just over 56 hours. I crossed 4 continents. um,
Not many can
and
claim that.
it was a trip. For the first time, I have never traveled on a rotator, and that was an interesting experience in and of itself. It's a military transport, but it was a commercially contracted airplane, and it wasn't just military. It's military and families.
Huh.
Yeah. So in the military, we have this beautiful thing called Space A, which is honestly one of the coolest things that the military has to offer. You can catch free rides across the world and get from. You want?
Check
Are you
1,
asking?
2. Check.
No, I can't hear you.
Okay. Keep
Your
going.
microphone is out. Okay. I will wait while you fix it, but I can keep talking. All right, I will keep talking while Patrick is troubleshooting his microphone.
Yeah.
So yes.
Hydrate.
So I left. So we went from, to give you an idea. So I went from Djibouti, Africa, to Kuwait. Yep, there we go. Djibouti to Kuwait, to Suda Bay, Greece, Naples, Italy, Frankfurt, Germany, and then finally back to the U.S. onto the East Coast.
Quick question. Those countries, do you have to get a stamp in each of those? Like, did you have to go through customs?
No, thank goodness, because we were traveling through the airport. I actually didn't hit, so I had customs coming out of Djibouti, and I had customs
coming into the States, right?
When I hit the U.S.
Right.
But when we left Djibouti, so we were on a 767, fairly large commercial aircraft, seats like 200 something people, and there was only about 40 of us.
Nice.
On the plane. Oh yeah, no, it was awesome. So we get on. I had a whole row to myself.
As you should.
We left Djibouti. Landed in Kuwait, didn't pick up anyone, thank goodness. But every time we stopped, when they stop, they change over crews, and then they have to refuel the aircraft and everything else. So every stop was like a 3-hour layover.
Go.
Every single, so like I said, all of those places we stopped, we had a solid 3-hour layover, guaranteed. But
Bob.
We stopped in.
It is.
We stopped in. When we stopped in Kuwait, we didn't pick up anyone. When we stopped in Greece, we picked up a couple people. And then when we landed in Naples, thank goodness, one of our flight attendants kind of gave us, because I didn't realize this, he kind of gave a heads up. He's like, there's probably going to be a large group of people, because this is a main travel for military personnel and their families that are stationed overseas. Like, this is their primary ride to get back to the States. And so sure enough, we get off the plane in Naples, and they take us over to the terminal to go hang out for a little bit. And we go walking in, and gentlemen, families with like 6 or 7 kids, folks with all of their pets, dogs and cat carriers and everything else, waiting to get on this aircraft.
Holy cow.
And it was like, oh man, this is going to be fun.
How does a dog fit in a cat carrier?
Oh, well, they had dog kennels, and the smaller dogs they just carried onto the plane.
Cat
Um,
dog.
cat dogs. So we just, we got on, we loaded up in Naples, and there was a whole crew of people, and then we landed in Frankfurt, and even more. And so by the time we left Frankfurt for the 9-hour flight from Germany back to the U.S., this plane was just about full with a lot of screaming children and
Mm.
animals barking and everything else. And luckily, by this point, I was so tired, I slept the first 5 or 6 hours of that flight. Um, so I didn't hear. I put my headphones in. I downloaded some music. Shout outs to Spotify, and was
Not
able to
sponsored.
sleep. Not sponsored, but able to sleep the first portion of that flight, and then we landed back stateside in Norfolk at about 1 o'clock in the morning local time, and then had like another. I think I had about an 8-hour layover in Norfolk before I could get my next flight. Uh, which by that point, so that was the end of the military flight. By that point, we switched over to commercial. So I had to fly commercial. I flew American from Norfolk to San Diego. We had a layover in Charlotte, and that was a riot because we finally get on this flight. Now, mind you, we've been at the airport for 6 hours, and the flight from Norfolk to Charlotte is very short. It's only
Oh
about
yeah,
a
it's up and
45
down.
minute, it's a 45-minute flight.
Right.
But we're in a regional jet, so tiny little regional jet that just goes from point A to point B. And gentlemen, I got on this plane, and it's already a tight fit, and I got a window seat. Thank the Lord. But I'm sitting waiting for my seatmate, and I saw this guy walk in, and he starts walking up towards, and my heart sank because I knew he was gonna being my seatmate. He was probably about 6'5", and I'm guessing he weighed close to 400 pounds.
It's a big
And
dude.
he was. And I looked, and it was like, oh, here we go. So I got as tight as I could, and I squeezed up against the side. And this guy, took up the other seat. And again, by this point, so I'd been awake off and on more or less for the last 30 plus hours. So I was so tired at that point. I pretty much slept that entire flight, squeezed up against the window seat. And then we landed in Charlotte, had a quick layover.
Just
I pretty much had enough time to walk. Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like, boyo.
I'm
I
hugging
had
the
enough
wall.
time to walk. Had enough time to walk across from the the gate that we were at to get across the airport to the other gate. Charlotte's a nice airport, by the way.
it is.
Yeah.
I wish I had gotten to spend a little more time there.
It's a
If
nice
you stop-
connector.
If you stop there again, the Delta Concourse has a Wicked Weed brewery in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Hmm.
I spent the majority of my layover in Charlotte there. It was pretty great.
I like their pernicious
That's
beer.
what I had.
It is very nice.
It's fantastic.
But I got over to our main flight, and then of course East Coast to West Coast is about a 5-hour flight, no matter which way you slice it. So flew from Charlotte back to San Diego, and then they had a van standing by, and myself and one of the other Marines were able to load our bags up onto that, and then from San Diego to Oceanside with traffic is about an hour and a half.
Daggum, dude.
So another hour and a half in a van going from San Diego up to Oceanside. And then finally got off of the van and stepped foot back on base and returned back to home. And then so that was Thursday night. Friday I had to go into work briefly just to show face, and
He
show
lives.
that I was still alive and had made it. Get a little brief, and then had the end of myself yesterday and today. Got a chance to, like I said, I got the smoker out and immediately went and picked up a pork butt.
Hmm.
Made a pork butt, and holy cow, that was good. And then today just kind of lounged around. I did for the most part. I think I'm just about completely unpacked.
Hey,
I
good
was
job.
I was able to unpack pretty quickly, and I'm kind of proud of myself that I was able to get everything out and put away, and you know put stuff where it needed to go, so it wasn't just scattered all over the house or laying across the floor. And then Brandy and I went and grabbed some dinner this evening, and then now here talking to you guys. Tomorrow I've got a phone call in the morning just to let everyone know that I'm here and I'm okay and I exist. And then I don't start work again until Tuesday, and then work 2 days, and then turning right around and going on a 4-day weekend for Thanksgiving.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
So it has been a whirlwind. I said my body clock is completely wrecked. I'm sure it'll take me about a week to finally get back into like a normal, this is when I sleep kind of thing. But it feels good to be back.
It's one thing I like about Navy deployments, dude, is we get the full 2 weeks of sailing back across the pond.
Mm.
So we have those 2 weeks to kind of
Acclimate.
adjust back.
Yeah.
We shift back, time zone by time zone. So like over a week, shift back all the time zones, so you get that opportunity to be closer to when time is instead of flying.
It's good stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Good.
again, Greg, welcome home. Glad you're back. I'm not going to thank you for your service because you don't like that. So glad you're home.
Are you kidding me? His license plate literally says, "Please thank me for my
service."
Yeah, that's facetious. That's why I did it. This makes me laugh.
That's good, man.
But no, I got my this guy is
Nice.
home. Yep. He's up here added to all my odds and ends and the cool dice tower that you made me. And
Hey, before we sign off tonight, Greg, I need
Yeah.
to confirm your mailing address.
okay.
Cool. Alex, what about
Yeah.
you, buddy?
Well, since we last talked, I went to Charleston.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I
you
got
did.
an opportunity to go down there. What I like to term as a Navy paid vacation, and got the opportunity to fly down and spend a week down at our sister training command and watch them train students. And boys, let me tell you that was an interesting experience. That was real interesting.
Can you elaborate?
Things have changed a lot since I was last down there.
Oh, no kidding.
Things have gotten quite different. They've instituted a couple of different new programs. One of which that they're calling dedicated student advisors.
Okay.
So they have individuals whose sole job is to be a staff advisor for students. They don't stand watch. They don't give checkouts. They don't do paperwork. They don't do anything. Their whole job is just to be a staff advisor to students. The issue with that is it is one individual who's in charge of an entire class per crew. So there's 5 people per crew or per class
Okay.
that are dedicated staff advisors. And that can be upwards of 40 to sometimes, depending on the number of students, 60
Mm.
students per crew that are going through and learning how to be, nuclear operators. And we got an opportunity to talk to the master chief that's running that program down in Charleston. And we asked them, hey, what exactly do these individuals do? Well, they do all the stuff that this old office used to do. I said, oh, okay. So you basically took the job that 3 people were able to do the last time I was here, and you farmed it out to about 15. Okay. So what does that office do? Well, they're in charge of the DSAs. Oh, okay. So what do they do? Well, I mean, I'm in that office, and I do, we track like their medical and all that stuff. I said, okay. So you basically do what the old office did. So what do the DSAs do? Well, they handle, interviews. Okay. And is that working? Well, I mean, we've had a marginal success. We've had a large uptick in retention and a whole bunch of other stuff. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much what they do.
Hmm.
Yeah. So our site is trying to bring this program to fruition.
Right.
And trying to get us to do this. And I'm trying everything in my power to stop it. Because it's a waste of manpower, it's a waste of people, and it's not helpful. Because let me ask you something. Say you're having issues, right?
Yep.
You have some sort of a problem. Who do you feel most comfortable talking to?
Family.
Okay. Now, say you're at work, right?
Right.
And you have one dude who's literally his job, or their job, is to talk to you once a week. That's
Okay.
all they do.
Right.
Or an individual who's there with you, who does your job alongside you, who is able to help you progress and further your OJT, so to speak. Right, the person you spend the majority of your time with.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you feel more comfortable talking to?
The one who's with me all the time.
Yeah. You're supposed to talk to the guy that only really is supposed to talk to you once a week.
Right.
Does that program sound like it makes sense?
No, not really.
No.
Hi. You going to bed? Yeah. Okay. I love you.
But we had a whole bunch of different opportunities to watch a whole bunch of different things, and we watched a couple of different training events that if I was an actual monitor, not an observer, I would have failed that staff member. I watched a board that I would have failed that dude going out to the fleet. He would have had to have reboarded. They passed him higher than what a staff member is required to know. Like there's a whole lot of just not really good things going on, and I'm taking all that information and trying to process it. And I was supposed to have a meeting with the captain this week to try and talk to him about all this stuff, but that didn't end up happening. So I think it's going to be sometime this week. We'll see. But I got done with that, and I got an opportunity to go hang out with Brandy for a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Got Liz and the kids and the dogs. They all picked me up at the airport. And we immediately drove well out into the western part of New York and got to go and visit the family farm. And had a wonderful opportunity to go out there and go hunting with Brandy's family. And Liz and the kids got to go see all the animals, and the weenies got to go and basically run free all weekend.
Wow.
They got to do whatever they wanted to do. So they were running around the barn. I wish I'd gotten a picture of it, because some of the deer that we had shot, one of the things you do in order to get the coat off of it, to get the fur off of it is you cut the legs at the joints, at the knee joints,
Right.
and you break the bottom part of the legs off. And they were leaving those out for the dogs. So there were 3 dogs that were there,
What?
and yeah, I
They
came
like
out
'em.
to get something out of the minifan, and I look over, and Beans is walking up towards me, and he's got this giant deer leg in his mouth, and he's just like dragging it behind him.
Oh my goodness.
And like his internal monologue just popped to my head. He goes, "Ah, the mighty hunter, he returns." And he's just walking up. I was like, "Dude, put that down." No. He goes, "Oh man, I didn't want to be stuck in the car with a weenie that had the deer farts, you know."
Right.
Yeah, or they gack it back up.
Oh
Yep.
man.
Well, it's
So
been-
bad.
It was great, you know. But like we would open up the sliding door next to the big portion of the barn, and Caroline went in there and got to see all the deer hanging and all the deer skinned, and she just walked in and she looked up at it and she was like, "Why doesn't the deer have its skin?"
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
And then Theo goes up to a deer that's in the back of a a side by side, because we just pulled it in from the field, and he goes, "Wake up, deer!"
Aw.
No, nope. He's not
No.
waking up.
Aw.
No, the deer is not waking up.
But I'm pretty sure I sent both of you guys, and actually I was on FaceTime with Greg. Brandy called him.
Nice.
While actually she called him while they were hunting, and then it just so happened that that was the run through the long woods that I got my buck. I got a glorious 6-point buck. It was the smallest buck of the weekend, but
It
I
was
don't
yours.
care.
That's right.
It was
It was
yours.
mine. So I had an awesome opportunity on Sunday, and I took the shot. And Brandy's sister Jade, her boyfriend, his name is Jake, and Jake has been kind of my person while I've been up there. He the first time he was the one that like stopped and explained stuff to me, and then this time while I was up there, he was the one who came over. He helped me gut everything, showed me the process, went through all that stuff. And he came up and he goes, "Dude, I heard the shot, and all I heard was someone just yell, 'Got him!'" And I was like, "Yeah, that was me.
That was me.
That was
I was trying to tell Brian and Brandy that I got one, but yeah, I just ended up texting Brandy. So, but I had shot this thing, and I kept looking at him through the scope, because the way that everything was, he came up the top of a hill and he was pushing like 9 or 10 doe in front of him, and then he came in between me and Brandy's dad, Brian, and then he jumped over the road, and then as soon as he got into the field that was next to the road, I took a shot. But like I kept the sight on him the entire time, and then as soon as he crossed the road, because Brandy looked at me and she goes, "Dude, that it's free game. As soon as they cross the road, go for it." I said, "Okay, cool." So as soon as he got into the other field, I took a shot at him, and it was one shot and he was down. And I was shooting a gun that had not been sighted in.
Whoops.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it had been sighted in, right? But it had been sighted in like 2 years ago, and no one had messed with it since. So I was like, "Yeah, it's probably fine." But
Yeah.
we'll just hope.
Yeah.
I shot him on the run, and I hit him right in the lung. So as soon as I hit him, he just fell. He was dead.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm looking at him through the scope, and I'm texting Brandy while I'm looking at him. I'm like, "Okay." So I thought he was big, but now that I'm looking at him on the ground, he looks small. And she's like, "Yeah, they all look small on the ground. It's fine." I was like, "Well, I thought it was at least a 4, but now I'm not seeing like any like forks or anything. I'm not seeing anything. It just looks like 2 really long antlers."
Yeah.
So, which technically is kind of a spike,
Right.
right? You don't really shoot spike. You want them to get a little bit bigger. You want them to get a little bit meat on them. You want them to get older so that they can, add to the population. It's fine. So finally, everyone's done. So I walk over there and go and take a look at him. He was a 6. He had, 2 branching forks and then the one that came up. So I said, okay, this is it. Yeah.
Pop, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Pop.
You're fine, Pop.
You're fine. So that thing, I saw the pictures. It looked like a doe. There's no way that any one of us would have been like, "Oh yeah, that's a spike."
Mm-mm.
No, it looked like a doe. But we got him in there. We got him hanging up in the barn. That was actually the deer that Theo looked at and said, "Wake up, deer."
No.
But he hasn't had any aversion to eating said deer. Every opportunity I've gotten this week, gentlemen, we have made deer something.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, all the deer.
I had
all
we
the
did
deer.
we did a rump roast. I basically made it like pot roast. Put it in the slow cooker. Had carrots and potatoes and onions and celery and a little bit of beef broth. I marinated it overnight because buck meat, because they move so much, they get really kind of tough. Yeah. Dude, this thing, it tore just like it was a regular pot roast. It tasted
Nice.
fantastic. It was glorious. And then Greg and I were talking on Friday, and I was like, I'm gonna do some smoking this weekend too. So I grabbed some back straps out, and I smoked some back straps this evening. And literally, Caroline was eating it as fast as I could cut it off of the first one that came out. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Liz enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Theo enjoyed it. It was fantastic.
Good.
And then, actually, about 20 minutes before Patrick, you and I got on, I got a meat grinder attachment for my KitchenAid. And we cut up a whole bunch of stew meat, and I ground some of that stew meat so that I could make ground venison. And I browned that up, seasoned it up, and that's the meat that's in my chili for tomorrow. So we got some friends that are coming over, and they're excited about coming over and having some deer. But we've got the holiday train. So where we live is like 2 different sets of railroad tracks that run parallel, and the holiday train is coming in, and it's going to park just a couple of streets down from where we're at, and Santa's going to be there, and
Oh, fun.
it's going to be this big, huge, awesome thing for the kids. So we're going to have a group of friends come over, and we're going to have chili for dinner, and we're going to go out and go see Santa.
Sounds like a great day.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
That sounds like
And
a good time.
Yeah.
Liz was right. It said those back straps for the texture of prime rib. Dude, it was so soft and tender. Just cutting this thing, it was like it melts.
Butter.
It melts. It was fantastic. Yeah. That's been my 2 weeks. It's been pretty good.
Sweet. Well, mine's been full of work and more work. Yay,
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay, work. The week before we were supposed to talk. So last Friday we had a big meeting here on campus with our cabinet. They're our territorial cabinet, and it was a command annual review, and it was busy, and it was a little anxiety stirring, but it's all good. It went over well. This week was all kinds of fun stuff. I'm teaching again. I love teaching. It's
Awesome.
one of my favorite things. But I was just ready for a low-key weekend, and my daughter surprised us. And she showed up here at the house Friday evening, and we have had a wonderful visit with her. Her and Carrie got to go see Wicked yesterday, and so boys, yeah,
How was it?
they loved it. They loved it. So
Mm-hmm.
there you go. It has rightfully earned its Rotten Tomatoes rating. It's done very well, very very well. But this morning was our Thanksgiving on campus, and so we had a family gathering in church, and then the meal for lunch was so good. I'm still kind of turkey drunk right now, but that's okay. And yeah, it's been a great week. But this coming week, I've got class tomorrow, and then it's decorating day here on campus on Tuesday. Yay! Can't wait to put up Christmas trees that aren't mine, but that's okay.
We're hanging the green.
We're hanging the greens. But then Wednesday, we're leaving for Owensboro.
Awesome.
And we're going to be in Owensboro for the holiday. So very grateful for that privilege and that blessing. So I thank God. Yeah. So it's been good. So there we go. That's my 2 weeks in a catch-up.
Awesome.
I like mustard.
It's exciting.
Yeah. Well, Greg, I think you got the questions, homie. You think you got the questions? I think you got the questions.
I do have the questions. I've got them pulled up, and I'm going to get to them here because these are absolutely hilarious, and I don't think we've ever asked any of them. And yeah, they make me laugh. They're funny questions, and funny questions are always the best. So we'll do the they're quick fire ish. So try to keep the answers fairly short. We'll run through them. But
Don't tell me how to live my life.
don't tell me what to do. They are so the title of these are weird questions.
Weird questions. How do you spell
These
weird?
are weird, WEIRD, weird questions
Good for
that
you.
you can be asked, and they make me giggle. So with that, we will go in the Patrick, Alex, Greg order.
Pag.
7 minutes on the clock,
Gotcha.
and we'll see what you guys think about these questions. So with that, I'll ask the first question in 3, 2, 1. Patrick, if you could play one song every time you walked into a room, what would it be?
Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Why was that the first song that came to my head? Oh my Jesus.
Not when you get home.
No.
Every day. No matter what, when you walk into a room.
Dun, 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 dun.
His name was John Cena.
There you go. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same realm, except I want the Stone Cold Steve Austin, enter the rattlesnake.
Smash? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude had an entrance, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Doon 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 doon.
Bong, bong.
Doon, 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 doon.
So are
Either
you
that,
doing...
either that, or
Under pressure?
yeah,
no,
either
that's
that-
the extra dun.
yeah. There's an extra doom in there. Ice, baby.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
See,
That's
it's
how he
not,
got
it's
away.
not the same. It's not the same. It's different. Yeah, no, he still lost that. Who is the fifth person on your missed calls?
Literally? Like, am I looking at my phone?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a cadet. Whoops. I called him back though.
Spam.
Spam.
Yeah, mine's spam.
Spam.
Uh,
Dad says, your dad.
no, I answer those calls.
Sorry, Dad.
If animals could talk, which species would be the nicest?
Dogs.
Not cats.
No. Jerk.
Cats. Yeah, no, I'm with it. I'm with dogs. They'd be so sweet.
Oh
like,
my goodness.
hello, friend.
Yeah.
I like you.
They nailed the dog from Up. Doug.
Doug.
That's just
Hello.
the quintessential golden retriever right there.
My name is Doug.
My name is Doug.
What is your most hated form of transportation?
Hated form of transportation. Piggyback.
Running.
Here it is.
Mine's Fruiter Booters.
That'll later. Keep going.
Later.
Yeah, come on, you've seen them. The wheelies, the Heelys.
In
Remember
the
those?
shoes?
Yeah.
And you called them Fruiter Booters?
I had a pair of
Fruiter
those.
Booters.
Huh. Yeah, and that's the reason that sign is all over Hobby Lobby, that you can't wear your Fruiter Booters in Hobby Lobby. Alex. It's Alex.
Yeah. It's my fault.
Yeah.
Did you run into something? Is there a story there?
I played the fifth.
All right, I'll have to hear this later. Have you ever dreamed of going to another planet?
Yeah.
There ain't no air there. No.
Ain't no air there.
I'd love to go visit another planet. That'd be kind of cool.
I think it'd be
What superpower? This is a great one. What superpower would you never want to have?
Super smell.
I already have that. I do all of my cooking by smell. All of it. Not even lying.
Okay, then what power do you not want?
Oh, I don't know.
Alex is avoiding the question. Keep going.
Yes.
I would not want superpowered flatulence.
Oh.
I got that one too.
Not want, Alex. Come
Not
on.
want.
Not want.
What do you think about? What do you think about when you're on the toilet?
I'm not. I'm on my phone. I don't think.
It really depends on whether or not I have my phone. I don't have my phone at work. So if I poop at work, usually it's whatever's written on the stalls. Like they have this nice newsletter they call installments. Get it?
Huh.
Yeah.
I love the pun.
Yeah.
That's classy.
So usually whatever's on the installment.
Mm.
How many pairs of?
He didn't answer the question.
Oh, sorry. No, I definitely. I'm not thinking. I'm usually on my phone as well. I'm guilty. How many pairs of pants do you own?
Oh, if I'm counting uniform, I've probably got 15.
If I'm not counting uniform, 2.
Mm. If I'm not counting uniform, 6. Yeah. I've got like 3 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of slacks. Does that count shorts too? No, these are pants.
No. Just pants.
Pants.
Just pants.
Got it. Yeah. Pants. Then 6.
Gosh, yeah, no. Somewhere between counting uniforms. Oh, actually, it's way more than that. It's probably closer to 15, just because I have so much stuff from recruiting duty that I haven't gotten rid of. So,
Dad, some of those pants I have to keep for officers' councils, so I wear all of them, just not regularly.
2.
oh, this is a great one, gentlemen. Do you ever lower the music volume when you're looking for an address?
I turn it off.
I usually turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turn it off completely. I
Uh-huh.
can't.
I can't
stand- Yeah,
focus.
nope. Next one. I like this one too. What question do people ask you that you dislike?
Hey, you got a couple minutes? Because that usually leads to something else.
Yeah.
You? How long did it take you to grow that mustache?
Oh, really? Wow.
I usually tell them I shaved this morning.
Nice. Good choice. Good choice. As you can and should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's something along the lines of, do you like, have you, like, when anyone asks me anything about military service,
Mm.
it's like,
Also, thank you for your service.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your service.
and last but not least, what have you forgotten today?
The name of your cat.
Really?
While you were gone, I called him Luigi.
You're on the right track. Yeah, I'll give it that.
Steel trap.
His name's Yoshi.
Yeah, Dad's got a good
Alex?
one. Am I calling it a bad time? That's a good question. That's a hated question, and asked when I'm on the toilet or on my phone. That's a good combo of the two, Pop. Well done.
That
That's
is
good.
perfect.
Yep. Bueno.
Mm-hmm. It's a steel trap, man. I don't forget anything.
Uh-huh.
Oh. I can't remember what I've forgotten.
That's a
Ain't
problem.
That's the truth.
That's
Yep.
Mm.
And then I'll remember it. Then I'll remember it a couple days later.
You ever walked back into a room just to try and see if you remember why you walked into a room?
Yes. On more than one occasion, I have retraced my. It drives Brandy crazy sometimes because I will walk through the whole house.
Retrace.
Like, what are you doing? I'm trying to remember what I forgot, and I know if I like go back through everything, like hopefully I'll remember.
I'm pretty sure that's like a divergent timeline theory.
Yeah. And you got to walk backwards when you do it.
Yeah. Like,
It's say everything in reverse.
Poop.
Poop. Because backwards poop is poop.
Poop.
Nice.
Those are good questions, man.
That was awesome.
I like it.
Well done. All right, top 3 dad jokes. You got time? Let's do it. Let's throw them out there like they matter. Ready?
Like they matter.
I like it.
Mm. Ooh.
First one. What did the shovel say to the sand?
I really dig you, man.
I really dig you.
I really dig you.
Oh, I guessed on that one. Heck yeah.
Hey, what did one snowman say to the other?
Are you cold?
Do you smell carrots? Alex, got any snow yet?
No, but it's coming this week.
Bless you.
Addiction is powerful. I know a guy addicted to brake fluid. He says he could stop at any time.
Let's see. You could stop at any time. You know, I hated facial hair. But then it grew on me.
Did you? What do you call a kangaroo's lazy Joey?
I don't know.
A pouch potato.
So Daffy Duck and Elmer Fudd break into a distillery.
I really love where this one's going. Continue, please.
Daffy turns to Elmer and says, "Is this whiskey?" Elmer says, "Yes, but not as whiskey as Wabba Bank."
Oh, I found my last one, Patrick, if you're ready.
Go for it, man.
Gentlemen, what do you get if you cross an angry sheep with a moody cow?
Angry sheep with a moody cow. Bamu? I don't know.
An animal that's in a bad mood.
All right, I'll give it. He's got to snort himself. Well done. Did you know that crocodiles can grow up to 15 feet?
Yeah.
But most only have 4.
Most do only have 4. That is true.
Yeah.
And finally, as I get older, I remember all the people I lost along the way. Boy, was I a terrible tour guide.
Truth. Nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 181 of Brothers in Arms Podcast. We thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Our chat room, thank you for being with us tonight. Pop, it's always a pleasure having you here. Liz, good to see you as well. All our love to Mom and the kids and all those who are hanging out here on Twitch but just chose not to write in our chat. You too can be a part of our Twitch chat on twitch.tv/BrothersinArmsPodcast. You can also find this video podcast on our YouTube channel, Brothers in Arms Podcast. You can also find podcasts anywhere podcasts are distributed. It's free to you.
Thanks, Dad.
It's free to you. And so there you go. That's Liz, bub.
Oh, thanks, S.
There you go.
I wasn't reading. I missed it. Yes.
Yeah. See, you could have seen this beautiful gem of a thing had you watched or been a part. So twitch.tv/BrothersinArmsPodcast or Brothers in Arms Podcast on YouTube. There we go. She forgives you, so you're good. All right. Well, gentlemen, any parting remarks before we hit that magic button?
Yes, as always, continue to drink. Change your socks. Take your Motrin. It's good for you.
Did you hear water? Because all I heard was drink.
I heard drink. Hydrate.
Drink your water.
Oh, water. Okay.
Change your socks.
He said,
Drink
just
your
remember,
water.
drink.
Water.
Drink.
Water.
Change your socks
your
and take your
water.
Motrin.
Drink your water. Change your socks. Take your Motrin.
There you go. That's good.
Drink.
Alex?
I ain't got really much this week. It's Thanksgiving, folks. So spend time with your family, spend time with your loved ones, enjoy that time that you have. And I'm smoking a turkey. It's gonna be great.
Same.
I'm doing spatchcock.
Well, I'll spatchcock mine as well, but I'm gonna put it in the smoker.
I
Yeah.
won't. My smoker's big enough.
Oh, I'll do that. Well, it smokes more evenly. Just saying.
You gotta do it right, bro.
Yeah. Well,
Snooty. Love you,
spatchcock's
Pop.
where it's at. Love you, Dad. And thank you for the support.
Yep.
No, thank you for
No,
your support.
thank you for your service.
Thank
Yeah. All right, everybody. Get your steps in.
Amen.
It's good for your body.
you.
Yeah. There you go. You don't have to run. Just get your steps
You
in.
don't have to run.
You don't have to run.
Mm-mm.
Just get your steps in.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week, and we hope to see you next time here on twitch.tv/BrothersinArmsPodcast. Yes, bud?
Most definitely.
Yes?
I love it. Yes.
Yes.
Don't run.
Pop's doing this number.
I think he meant to be finger guns.
Oh, got it. But instead they went this way.
Yeah. Well, I
Got
mean, there's no. Yeah.
They've already been shot. Pew!
I don't run.
All right, everybody.
Don't
Bye.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
No, thank you. Oh, he says thank you. No, thank you. Okay, bye.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
hold on. So, Alex, you and I did this number earlier. So, Greg, there you go.
This one?
Yep, there we go. Perfect. Okay, thanks. Night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.